Okay, so the winter solstice was yesterday, and it coincided with that beautiful, oh, they have so many different names for it, the Christmas star, the winter solstice star, whatever. It was, kind of an event they say only happens every 800 years. So that's pretty remarkable. And, we know that the solstice is an event that happens, summer and winter when the sun is, when this earth is tilted away from the sun in the winter and toward the sun in the summer. And so this is the turning point when we start to have longer days. And so that's really a great marking point for the solstice. But the winter solstice also begins our time of winter. And as we head into winter, we have the opportunity to embrace the darkness as an opportunity to meditate, imagine, and dream. Winter is a metaphoric and actual reflection of mystery, rest, rehabilitation, sleep, meditation, intuition. And it's a perfect time for reflection, review, and renewal. It's also a grand celebration of the coming of something new, the return of light following the winter season of shorter, darker days. And holidays like Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's are aligned, celebrating rebirth and renewal and light. So, I think that as we have gone through this year, which is a pretty remarkable year of 2020, maybe this is a time for us to kind of let go of some of the things that have been going on during the year, some of the things that have been difficult for us and challenging, and maybe see new opportunity for ways to look at things and for creativity and just kind of a renewal period of time. And there's a quote from Albert Einstein that says, "Hidden in the challenge lies the opportunity." So that might be something that we could think about a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and move to the back, and you set yourselves however you would like to be, set your cameras however you would like to be, and we'll begin our practice for today. So as we begin today, let's take time to welcome ourselves into this practice. Give ourselves a little credit for taking time in our days, for making time for our health and self-care. And let's also kind of imagine that we're all together physically and that we're joined in a circle. And we could even include some of the people that we might want to be in this circle with, people that we have been with together in this group, people we would like to be with, and extending to everyone the benefits of health, wellness, self-care. So I'm going to strike the bowl 3 times. And as I do that, it kind of marks a transition from where we've been this morning into where we are right now. And striking it 3 times allows us to focus on the 3 treasures: our body, breath, and our mind. Let's begin by just taking in a really good deep breath in and out. And then extending our arms out to the side. Imagine that one hand represents the past and the other hand represents the future. And bringing our hands together, we turn our hands so that we empty our hands of any kind of regrets or expectations. And taking in a good deep breath, we bring our hands into this present moment with gratitude for the gift of now. And then bring your hands down to your lap. Let's just focus on where we are right now. Focusing on the room that you're in, anything about the room that you enjoy and appreciate, makes you feel at home. Maybe even looking out the window at something in nature that really connects you. Maybe seeing a bird flying by or a little cloud by. And then bringing back your focus to where you're seated. Just in the chair that you're on, how it's supporting you, making you feel comfortable. And then begin to notice your body, your breath coming in and your breath going out. Notice any thoughts that might be going through your mind with no need to judge them. Just be aware. Notice any sounds around you. And notice the way your body's feeling right now. And as we come into an awareness of this present moment, we come with the principles of mindfulness, paying attention on purpose, being non-judgmental, accepting things the way that they are, being kind toward ourselves and compassionate toward others, and holding the intention to be open to each moment as it arrives. So let's begin with the first Qigong practice, the 3 intentful points of focus, focusing on the body, the breath, and the mind. So sitting here on the chair, first of all, notice your chair supporting you and your feet placed on the floor, how solid the floor feels beneath your feet. And then if you'd like to go ahead and do a visualization, which is so common in Qigong, you could imagine that you are outside, seated in a favorite place of yours, or a place you just like to make up, and then begin to imagine things about this place. Temperature of your choice, colors around you, sounds. And then you could imagine that you have taken your shoes and your socks off and placed your bare feet on the warm earth. You might even feel the warmth of the earth coming up through the soles of your feet into your body. And you might even feel the energy of the earth coming up into your feet as well. And then notice how your head rises up into the sky. Notice how open and spacious and boundless the sky is above you. Here you might imagine that you have a little balloon attached to the crown of your head, very gently lifting your head upward into the sky, stretching your neck out a bit as it does that, also elongating your torso. Doing this could provide just a fraction of an inch more space within your body, but even that little bit of extra room can give more space for your lungs to breathe and for all the internal organs to operate. As your head rises up into the sky, notice the energy surrounding you, the energy of the sun, the moon, the stars, and all that energy combining with the energy of the earth, with you suspended between heaven and earth. The second intentful point of focus is to adjust your breath. So begin, first of all, by just noticing your breath coming in and going out. And then go ahead and take in a good, deep, slow, relaxed breath. And then allow that breath to go out again very slowly and completely. Continue doing that at your own pace, bringing in that long, slow, deep breath, and then releasing it again, slowly and completely. And each time you breathe in, you might imagine you're bringing fresh energy into your body. Each time you exhale, you might imagine that you're releasing something that you no longer need from your body, so that each cycle of breathing becomes a way to renew and refresh yourself. And after just a few of these cycles of the deep breathing in and out, you may begin to notice that you're gradually shifting away from a feeling of stress into a sense of relaxation as your body begins to make different chemicals within to promote the relaxation response. The third intentful point of focus is to clear your mind. And we're not really trying to empty the mind out totally, but if there's anything that's troubling us or weighing heavy on the mind, we could imagine setting it aside for the time being and then finding something very simple to focus on. Maybe the breath coming in and going out, maybe a sound in the room, maybe even something on the floor in front of our feet to gaze at. Whatever you choose, allow that to be your connection to the present moment. No concern for the past or the future, just this moment. So now let's begin some range of motion exercises. And first of all, you can just allow your chin to drop very slowly and gently down towards your chest, and then slowly and gently allow your head to rock toward the back. And do this at your own comfort level and only go about 70% of what your full range of motion might be so that you'll still gain benefit without causing any kind of undue stress. Next time your head comes to center, you can begin to turn your head either right or left, your choice, just allowing the neck joint to soften, to open. And we'll do that through the different joints in the body as we work our way down. Next time your head is at center, you can begin to do some circles with the head, just gently loosening up the neck joint a little differently. And the next time your head is at center, you can begin to go in the opposite direction. And then bring your head to rest at center. We'll move on to the shoulders. So bring your shoulders up towards your ears, gentle shrug up and then down. The shoulders come up, you might want to inhale and then exhale as they come down. And each time the shoulders come down, just invite yourself to relax just a little bit more. The simple decision to relax is really the beginning of relaxation. And then bring your shoulders to rest, bring the fingertips up to the collarbone area, and then do some gentle circles, loosening up the shoulder joints, and then the opposite direction. And then bring your hands down to your lap and sit forward in your chair a little bit. Make sure your feet are flat on the floor and supporting you. And then bring your arms from the back toward the front as you dip your chin down slightly. And then bring your arms toward the back as you raise your chin up a bit. And as you do this, just allow the upper part of the body to soften, to release some of the tension that we tend to hold pretty tightly in the upper part of the body. And you can use this as a breathing practice too, inhaling in one direction, exhaling in the other. And just allow yourself to relax into the moment. And finish up the movement that you're in. Bring your hands down to your lap, and you can either stay where you are, you can sit back a little, then lift one arm up, put your hand under your elbow, dip your hand between your arms. Your hand will end up on top of the elbow. And then shift over to the other arm. And then take the whole arm and from the shoulder to the elbows to the wrist, just loosen up, kind of gently flow. And then do some circles with the wrist only. And then the opposite direction. And bring your hands together, lace your fingers together, and then just rotate the wrist around, loosening up the wrist joint. And then go in the opposite direction. And then turn the palms forward, extend the arms out, gently pushing forward. Dip your chin down and feel that stretch that goes all the way up the arms into the shoulders and the back of the neck. And then slowly raise your head up, turn the palms toward your body, bring your hands back, open up the hands, make fists with your hands, loosen them out. Do that again. And then bring your hands down to your lap, and we'll move on to the legs. Kick out gently with one leg. And then we're going to do some circles with the ankle in one direction and then the other. And then bring the heel to the floor, up and down, heel toe. Walk across the floor a bit and back again. And then kick out with the other leg. And then we'll do some circles with the ankle and the other direction. heel on the floor, up and down, heel toe. Walk across the floor and back again, and then just gently turn the ankles out. And then if you choose to, go ahead and stand up. And then let's just kind of start out positioning our feet in a way that makes us feel balanced. And that's sometimes hip width apart, but it can be different for different people. So take a little time to connect with where you are, feeling a balance. You might soften your knees a little bit. And let's just begin to kind of bounce at the knees a little, get a little vibration going. And then the arms are dangling at the side, so they'll begin to shake a little bit too. And then raise your shoulders up a little bit, get a little more momentum going, a little more motion. And then dip your chin down so that you can feel a little vibration going up into the back of your neck, loosening up tension there. And then bring your head back upright again. Let's shake the arms out to the side, loosening up, shake out to the front, to the back. It's comfortable for you, overhead a little bit. And then just begin to move around any way that feels good to you. You can turn from side to side. You can walk around a little bit. And while we're doing this, begin to check in with your body and see how today's body is feeling. Every day, our body's a little different. And it's good to notice what feels good as well as what might be causing a little difficulty. And allow this vibration to kind of open up some areas that maybe haven't gotten any attention yet this morning. And then let's gradually come to a resting place. And then check in with your body. Notice how you're feeling. See if there's any particular place that might need a little extra care today. And notice what's feeling good. A couple of good deep breaths. And then let's start some vitality method exercises. We'll do our flowing motion first. So have your feet about shoulder width apart. Palms are facing forward. As you inhale, just allow the arms to drift up to about the level of your heart. Turn the palms down, and as you exhale, allow the arms to drift down. As you do this, you can kind of elongate the body as the arms come up, sink down a little as the arms come down. And you can kind of focus a little attention on what's going on the bottoms of your feet. As your arms come down, you can subtly shift the weight to your heels. As your arms come up, you can subtly shift the weight to the balls of the feet. Very nice awareness practice, balance awareness. And do this at your own pace. Everybody likes to do this a little bit differently. And matching the movement of your arms with your breath is a very individual practice. So feel free to flow into what feels comfortable to you. Doing this slowly and in repetition allows our bodies and our minds to relax and to just get into a sense of being. Let's do 2 more of these. Last one. And come to rest. Then let's do a little bit of bending side to side. And we're going to do a little bit slower version of this. We're first of all just going to take a breath and then guide our ear toward the shoulder, exhaling as it reaches the shoulder. And then inhale as you bring your head back up right again, and exhale when it reaches center. We'll do that 3 times. So inhale, slowly guide your ear down toward the shoulder. Exhale when it reaches the shoulder. Inhale when you're ready to come back to center. Exhale at center again. One more time. And now let's bend a little bit, guiding the hand down the side of the leg as you inhale. Exhale when you reach the bottom of your reach, and then inhale as you come back upright again, exhaling at center. So this very slowly to allow the body to soften, to release tension along the whole side of the body, up into the neck. Very nice, gentle practice. One more time along the side. Now the next one, you can either lift your hand over the top of the head, you can lift up the elbow, you can just bend, whatever feels good to you. And as you do this, just allow the weight of the arm coming over to help soften the whole side of the body as it's reaching over, relaxing. And be sure to do this at your own comfort level. Last one. Come back to center, kind of rotate your head around a little bit, see if that side feels any different than the other. And then we're going to go to the other side, guiding the ear to the shoulder as we're inhaling, exhaling as we reach bottom point, inhaling as you come back upright again, exhaling at center. And again, bending the head toward the shoulder, guiding the ear toward the shoulder, back upright. And once more. Now let's slide the hand down the side of the leg as we slowly bend. And back up to center. Inhaling as you go over kind of helps release some of the tightness in the muscles. Gives a little bit better range. Don't force yourself to go too far. This is a very gentle opening up kind of practice. And now your choice, whether you add the arm over the top of the head or just raise the elbow or just continue bending. And see if just bringing the arm over the top of the head, that weight of that arm coming over helps to release some tension there on the side. And last one, going over, inhaling, exhaling when you reach the bottom point, and then coming back up again, inhaling. And then move around a little bit, see if you might have loosened up the neck or the shoulders a bit. And then we'll move on to bending front and back. So bring your hands up like you're lifting the sky. Good deep breath in at the top. And then as you come over, you can begin to exhale, make fists, push them together, tighten everything up. And then as you come upright again, inhale, relax, let everything go. And go back and forth between those two extremes, tightening up as you're coming over and you're exhaling, tightening up your arms, your legs, your face. And then as you come up again, inhale, relax, let everything go. And this is a great practice, kind of relaxing your spine, front and back, but also moving lymph fluid around your body so that you can release some toxic waste products. Let's do one more. And then come to rest. And let's do knocking at the door of life. So feet shoulder width apart again, and just begin to soften your knees as you begin to turn side to side. Your arms are dangling at the side, and then as you begin to get a little momentum, you can begin to tap the center of your back, the door of life. You can begin to tap along the sides of the abdomen. Kind of have a carefree kind of feeling as you bring your arms around like an old style merry-go-round. And you can begin to tap up by your shoulder. That's good for your lungs. And just get into a little flowing sense here to a little fun kind of rotation. And this is a good thing to do sometimes maybe first thing in the morning even. You can even go bend at the waist and go down along your legs. Nice way to wake up. And then gradually come to a resting place. And then I'd like to do a practice called gather and release. This is a nice thing, we've been talking about kind of releasing some of the stresses and challenges of the last number of months, and as we go into the winter season. So we're going to have our hands at the center, and we're going to imagine taking our hands to one side, gathering something that maybe once was very precious to us, gathering it, carrying it across the front, noticing it, being aware of it, appreciating it, and then releasing it. Maybe there have been some things that you wanted to do these last few months that you planned for that you've had to let go of. But you can appreciate them, you can let them go, and then be ready to make some new plans. So gathering thoughts and feelings and allowing them to release. And then maybe releasing, finding something new, something wonderful to plan for. And let's do one more side, thinking about anything from the past that we might let go of at this moment and release it with joy and appreciation. And let's do our white crane practice. This has a lot of good things for our balance and coordination. So we're going to start out imagining that we're a white crane waking up in the morning. And the first thing we're going to do is stretch our wings out real wide and kind of wake up a little bit, maybe yawn. See what this beautiful new day is like. And now we're going to check out our legs. So we're going to shift our weight to one leg and then step out carefully, placing the toe, the heel, and then shifting the weight so that we're balanced. And then with the knees bent, we're going to begin to turn from side to side and just kind of check out what's going on all around us. Keeping the weight so that we can shift from side to side, strengthen our legs as we do this. And then when you're ready, go ahead and shift the weight back to the original leg and step back into the nest. Then shift the weight to the other leg, step out carefully, toe, heel, place the foot down, shift the weight so that you're balanced, have the knees bent, and then begin to turn from side to side. Just checking out everything going on around you. And then when you're ready, shift your weight back to that second leg, step back into the nest. And now we're going to combine the arms, the wings, and the legs. So as the arms come up, we'll step to the side, place the foot down, make sure you're balanced. So the wings come up again, step to the middle. And then as the wings come up again, step to the other side, place the foot so you're balanced, and then come back to the center. And we'll do one more sequence of that. So every time you place the foot, you're feeling centered, you're feeling balanced. And gently placing the foot down, centering yourself, and then coming to rest at center. Now we're going to stretch the wings out a bit. So have one foot ahead of the other. That front foot has the toes pointed out and there's still space between your feet. Kind of rock back and forth, bend that front knee as you do this. And we're going to bring the arms, shift the weight to the back leg, and then bring the arms from the front toward the back. And as you do this, think about your Tai Chi pole staying upright. We don't want to lean over our front leg. We're using our legs to have this movement. And we're just shifting our weight onto that front leg, keeping the torso upright. Last one. And then shift back. Shift the weight to the other leg, step out to the front, and then have that front foot so that the toes pointed out. Bend the front knee and see if you need to make any adjustments first of all. Shift the weight to the back leg, bring the arms from the back toward the front, and stretch the wings. Keep your torso upright, use your legs. Good practice for balance and coordination. And we'll do one more. And then step back. And then let's take a little walk through the marsh. So as the arm comes up, we'll lift the heel. If you're really balanced, you can lift a foot, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then just take a little walk through the marsh, kind of seeing what's going on for the day. Beautiful day. And then we're about where we want to go. So we'll slow down and come to rest. And then we'll bring the wings around real wide, big circle, and a little smaller circle. And then we'll find our hands at center position, ready to rest in the nest. Okay, so let's do a few more balance practices. And if it's comfortable for you, spread your feet a little bit wider than you usually do. Do the horse stance. And as you do that, bend your knees and kind of imagine that you're sitting on kind of a high stool. The weight on your feet probably will naturally go toward the outside of the foot. And that kind of helps with your knees. And I have trouble with my knees, you know, and if I do this, it feels pretty comfortable. So do whatever feels good to you. And you can certainly do this in a normal hip width apart position. So just shift your weight from side to side and keep your torso upright. So we don't want to be bending our body like this as we do that. We want to keep our torso upright and use our legs to do the movement. That will help strengthen our legs, and having strong legs helps with our balance. So we're going to add the arms as we do this. So just bring the arms around in a gentle circle as we go from side to side, shifting the weight. And we'll do one more. And now we'll go in the other direction. Always seems to help to have the hands doing something to help with balance as we use our legs like this. Do one more. And then come to rest. And then we can bring our feet back to more of a hip width position. And then let's do a little stepping side to side. So actually have yourself in a position where you can take about 3 steps to the side. And remember, as we do this, we just don't want to do stiff legs across. We want to keep our knees bent if that's possible. And you might need to have a chair in front of you to help you with this. That's fine. So sink your weight into the outside leg and empty out the inside leg, and then step to the side with the inside leg, put the toe down, the heel, then shift the weight into that leg, empty out the outside leg, and then bring it to the other, putting the heel down, the toe and the heel, and then shift the weight. Fill up the outside leg, step to the side, the other leg. So what you're doing is just a constant emptying out one leg and stepping to the side, filling it up, and then stepping. And then we'll stop after we brought this leg to that side. Now, keeping your knees bent as you do this, shift your weight into what's now the outside leg, empty out the other, step to the side, fill up that leg, empty out this leg, step. And here again, if we can do some little hand movements as we do this, that just makes it seem a little more natural. We'll do one more to the side. And now let's go back again. So if you keep your knees bent the whole time and don't straighten them out, you will help to strengthen your legs. And let's see, step one more time here. And you'll also improve your balance. Okay. So now let's do our TaiChiEasy form. And let's start out with our alignments, checking your posture, your breath, and your mind. And then shift your weight into one leg, step out with the other as the arms make the harmonizing yin and yang on one side. Bring that ball to the center, open up, watch the hand that opens up. The other hand follows below, and the both hands turn to make the ball. Bring the ball to center, hand comes up. Other hand follows below, make the ball. Bring the ball to center. Now we're going to transition. We're going to turn the ball over. And now the top hand will come down, brush knee. The other hand will send chi. Make the ball on the other side. Brush knee, send chi. And this is a good one at the time of the winter solstice to think about sending that energy out into the world. Transition, arm comes across, cutting a path to clarity. The other hand swoops down and slices forward, releasing any kind of doubt, bringing a path into a situation of clarity. And then the outside hand comes across to hug the heart. And then we'll open out for cloud hands. First hand comes across, turns, comes down. Other hand comes across. And just shift the weight from side to side, turning at the hip a bit. Just focusing on this cloud, this moment. And then bring arm across to hug the heart, and we'll gather from heaven and earth twice. Reaching down, gathering resources from the earth and bringing those to the heart. And then reaching up to the heavens, gathering resources from the heavens, bringing those to the heart. And again. Shift your weight to one leg, other leg to center, arms come up, your hands come down. Bring love and light all around you and let the energy settle. And bring our hands together. And then let's go ahead and sit. So let's do a couple of good practices for releasing tension, exercising the lungs. Let's do sigh of relief, too slow and too fast. So, you ready? Too fast? Okay. Take a couple of breaths, and then we'll do some Shaolin punches, and we'll do 3 on each side. So, you ready? Other side. Okay. And then let's give ourselves a nice little break today and take a excursion to the beach and do some ocean breathing. So let's just imagine that we are at a beach. Maybe it could even be a favorite beach of yours. And just imagine that the water is beginning to come over your feet and over your legs, over your lap, and then lifting your arms up and extending the arms apart as you breathe in. And then as your hands come together, you exhale. So sitting and standing, whatever, in that wonderful warm ocean water, you are breathing that wonderful air in deeply, whenever the arms come apart, and then exhaling as the arms come together. Good deep abdominal breaths. And as the water just gently washes around you, you can imagine that it also is carrying away any kind of tension, any kind of stress, anything that is no longer serving you. Just allow it to release into this warm ocean water and allow it to be replaced with strength and courage, joy. Breathing in and out. And then we're going to notice that the water is going to begin to recede a little bit. Our arms are going to come a little lower. Still breathing in and out deeply until we find that our hands are resting on our laps and the water will recede totally and our little mini vacation has ended. So let's just take a couple of good abdominal breaths, one hand on the belly and one hand on the upper chest, allowing the belly hand to extend outward with the in breath, the chest hand to rise also, and then the belly hand will go back toward the spine as you exhale. Allow yourself to breathe in relaxation. And then finish up the breath that you're in. Bring your hands down to your lap. And then let's go ahead and do some self-applied massage. So you can just reach up on the back of the neck and find any place on the back of the neck or up in the scalp that would enjoy a little massage this morning. And whatever kind of massage feels good to you. And try moving around a little bit or whatever feels good to you. And then let's take one hand and wrap it around the back of the neck. And with the fingers that are curled around the side of the neck, just kind of massage up and down along the side of the neck. And then hold your head upright and turn it away from the elbow. And then very slowly turn your head in the direction of the elbow and just allow those fingers on the back of your neck to give the back of your neck a really nice massage. And then the other side, wrap the fingers around the side of the neck. Nice gentle massage along the side of the neck. And hold the head upright and turn it away from the elbow. And then slowly turn your head in the direction of the elbow and allow those fingers to rake gently across the back of the neck. And then take your index finger and the next finger, make a V and go on either side of your ears. Very nice, soothing, gentle massage. And then take the hand and go to the opposite shoulder and begin to massage along the back of the shoulder or the top of the shoulder, using whatever kind of massage you particularly like. You can use your whole hand. You can use the side of your hand with little karate chops. You can use your knuckles. You can use a combination. And we'll slowly work from the shoulder down the arm to the hand. Take your time. You reach your hand, spend a little time on each finger and each knuckle. And also on the palm of your hand. And then we'll go to the other shoulder and work your way slowly from the shoulder down the arm to the hand. Try to breathe deeply while you're doing this too. And then bring your hands together and generate a little heat and a little energy between your hands. And then place one hand on your belly and the other hand on top of it. And then just imagine that that heat and energy is penetrating into your body. You can even direct it to a particular place if you have an area of the body that needs a little extra attention this morning. And while we're here, let's just take a moment and express a little gratitude to our bodies for everything they do for us. Moving on down to our legs, just find any particular area that you might like to apply a little massage to. And then let's go ahead and stand up if you choose to, and we'll do the 9 phases of Qi. So let's do each one 3 times, and let's take a moment here at the beginning to soften and check on our posture, do our alignment. So as you stand here, just allow your knees to soften, allow the tailbone to turn slightly forward and dip under a little bit. And you could even imagine that you might have a big dinosaur tail coming out of your tailbone, maybe 20 feet or so, just supporting you, giving you a little more stability. And then as your arms dangle at the side, let's soften the shoulders by rolling them a couple of times each direction, and then just allow them to drop into place gently. Crown of the head is lifted upward, elongating the body, tucking the chin slightly. And then just imagining that our spine is like a string of pearls hanging from the heavens, a little tug downward to the earth to straighten it. Then focus on your breath, softening the breath, being aware of it. And then clear your mind, setting your intention. And then let's Begin by shifting the weight to one leg, stepping out with the other as the arms come up to discover Qi. So we know that energy is all around us, energy that's within us. We're going to not only notice it, but we're going to really connect with it. And then gathering from heaven and earth, gathering resources from the earth, bringing those to the heart, and then opening up and gather resources from the heavens and bring those to the heart. Thinking about the wonderful resources that we have available to us to sustain our bodies, to encourage our minds, to provide inspiration from the heavens, compassion, and thinking about anything in particular as you gather resources from the earth and from the heavens as we focus on our renewal. Shift your weight to one leg, step forward slightly with the other leg, that toes pointed out. And on that side, just reach out a little bit and gather some energy and allow it to circulate down the leg and back up again. And as you do this, just imagine that that energy is circulating without any kind of resistance, without anything blocking it, circulating easily, freely throughout the entire body. Hands in front, shift the position of your feet. And then on that side, just gather a little energy and allow it to circulate. The other name for this is inner rivers flowing. It's a beautiful image, I think. Hands in front, feet shoulder width apart, palms facing forward. Now we're going to purify Qi. So a good deep breath in, push to the side, exhale, relax, inhale, push upward, exhale, relax, inhale, push forward, exhale, relax, and inhale, push down, exhale, relax, inhale, palms forward again. Good deep breath in, push to the side, and as if you're lifting the weight of the world off your shoulders, setting some boundaries, pushing down stress. Palms in front again. Hands together, generate some energy between your hands, and then pass that in front of your face, over the top of your head, across your shoulders, down your back as you trace the energy channels, back up the front again. Extend one arm, underside of the arm, top side, arm in front. Extend that arm, underside, top side, arm in front. Cross the arms, and then like you're pulling a sweater over the top of your head. Once again, go across the shoulders, down the back, up the front, over the top of the head, and just imagine the energy channels opening up so energy can flow freely throughout your body. And go to conserve Qi, cloud hands, just watching the cloud go by. Nothing really matters but this cloud, this moment. And then cross your arms low in front. We'll go to store Qi. So as if you're digging through the energy of the earth, up through the energy of the heavens, and then allowing all that energy to pour over you like a fountain. Inhale as your arms come up and you gather something precious. Exhale as you allow that to pour over you. Maybe store some of it inside for a time you might need it. And then maybe gather an armload of white light as your arms come up. Allow that to just pour all around you. And then take a filter down through your body as your arms come down, taking away anything you no longer need. Down into the body and the ground. Hands in front, transform chi, just bring the hands back and forth, feeling perhaps energy between your hands, and one hand over the other. Rotate the ball, play with the energy. And then gather some energy from one part of the world, add to it. Another part of the world, add to it. Bring the hands up as you inhale, exhale as your arms go out and around. And then bring your arms to a comfortable resting position to dissolve in chi. We'll take a few breaths here and as we close, and I invite you to bring to mind something for which you're grateful. Focus on that for a few moments here. And then we'll close. Lowering the arms down, shift your weight to one leg, step together with the other. As the arms come up, gather energy all around you. As your hands come down, imagine something very precious pouring over you. Perhaps love, grace, hope. And then we'll bring our hands together in humble gratitude as we end our session for today. May you have a beautiful day. And you can go ahead and unmute yourselves.